Hey guys, today's video is going to be a super quick one to hopefully help if you, like me, have broken the small connector on the end of your UHF Radio handpiece, so it won't actually lock into place anymore. I originally thought I was going to have to buy a whole new handpiece to fix this issue, but massive shout out to the channel members Jason and Mitch for letting me know about a special tool that's going to allow me to swap this broken connector over for a brand new one. So to swap over our connector, we're just going to need the UHF handpiece itself. We're going to need a set of pliers or side cutters. We're going to use a RJ45 crimp tool. This is that new tool I was talking about. I just bought mine from Amazon online. It was about $17 delivered, so I'll chuck a link to that in the description down below if you're interested. And of course, we'll also need a brand new connector, and I found out it was pretty cheap just to buy a pack of these in bulk, so I think I paid $20 for a 50 pack, and again, I'll link those in that description down below. Now, the first part of this job is actually going to be to grab our phone and take a photo of the original connector on that UHF handpiece, because there's a lot of different colored wires that go into that connector. I'm going to make sure we put every single one of those into the correct order in our new plug. So I'll just grab my phone here and I'll take a photo of the order of those wires. Now that we've got a way of remembering the order of those wires, we can grab our pliers and cut off that old connector just like that. With that connector cut off, we just need to strip back a bit of this wiring so we can see all of those colored wires inside. And to do that, our new crimp tool actually has a little cutout piece just here in the handle that's for this exact application. There's a small little razor blade just in there. So all I'm gonna do is just poke this wire into that circular cutout, bring it through so there's about 2 centimeters showing just like that. Now I'm gonna give that a squeeze. And when it's closed like that, I'm just gonna rotate this wire around to make sure that blade is cutting all of that outside sheathing. Then we can give it a bit of a push with our thumb and reveal all those wires inside. So now it's just a matter of laying these wires out in the exact same order they were on the previous connector. And even if you don't take a photo, you can just kind of line them up to the old connector like this. But seeing as we have our photo, I'm gonna get that on the bench in front of me like that and try and line these up exactly the same as they were in that photo. I noticed with mine there were some exposed wires wrapped around the white cable, so I'm just separating them out, giving them a twist and adding some solder to match how the original connector was wired. So once we have our wires in the correct order, which I believe mine are, we can now insert those into our connector and hope that they stay in the right order. Give them a bit of a wiggle around until they find the right slots and then push that forward. Now I just need to make sure that our order is still correct. Black, orange, yellow, red, white, green, and blue. So there we go, we've managed to get those through in the correct order. You'll notice they actually do come out the other end. That's why it didn't matter how much we really stripped back of this black sheath here, because I guess the more you have, the more you can push through, and our crimp tool will actually cut the excess off the end. So now that I've confirmed all those wires are in the correct order, I just need to give this a bit of a push to make sure it's as far into that connector as it will go. Then we can grab our brand new crimp tool and locate the 8-pin slot, which is this one just here. We can then insert our connector into that 8-pin slot, give it a bit of a rig around so all those wires come through the other side, just like that. Now make sure we're pushing firmly so that connector is as far into that slot as it will go, and give this a squeeze. Nice and tight, and that's going to do 3 things. Number 1, it's going to actually crimp that connector onto the wire, so it's not going to come loose. Number 2, it's actually going to push all those middle contacts down into the wire so they make a connection. And number 3, as you probably just saw, it's also going to trim the end of those wires so we have a nice, neat plug. And just like that, we've now got a new plug installed on our UHF handpiece, and I reckon that looks pretty much as good as new. But the last step is making sure this actually works. Alrighty, moment of truth. Does it still plug in to the car slot just here? And my radio is run through like a pass-through adapter, so the main radio is in here, but my handpiece connector is just down there, and clips in place, doesn't come loose. Massive winner. I'll just make sure the radio actually turns on. So far so good. Radio has officially powered up, and I suppose I should press some buttons, hear some noises, make sure it's still working. which it does seem to be. So I'm going to consider that install an absolute success. So I really hope if you're having a similar issue with your radio, this video helps you out in showing you how to swap over that connector. I know it probably is a pretty common thing that a lot of you guys do know already, but I didn't, so I figured some of you guys might appreciate seeing that process as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, massive shout out to Jason and Mitch, the channel members, for telling me about how to swap those cables over, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.